Claim to fame. How did the last one end? We had Neil deGrasse Tyson's son leaving, right? What was his name, Neil?
Travis.
What was his name? Travis. Oh, okay, right? Because he knew pi, right? So he had to go.
Because he knew pi.
Yeah, he killed himself on that one.
Which is also also not a talent, by the way. Oh no, I know that was a while ago.
Memorizing things.
Memorizing things. You're memorizing something that no one else can verify. Like, whoopee.
Right,
like,
surely. Who is going to be in the audience? Like, actually,
yeah. If you said, you said, "Oh, I know pi 3.14." Any other numbers after that, I would say, "Okay, well, I guess."
I'd be like, "Sure."
Well, I wonder if the people in the audience had it in front of them, because you could see the Jonas brothers. They had like the card in front of them, reading it like as he was calling the numbers out. So
I guess
it's possible.
Anywho, he's long gone. How did this one kick off? Where's the notes? Billy promised.
I have the notes. I'm actually
this is the one where Jane guessed incorrectly.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember how it ends. I just don't remember how we started.
This was our first incorrect guess.
I was thrilled.
That Jane is gone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy that Jane is gone. I am.
I was just excited to see someone guess incorrectly. I didn't care who it was. It was just like fun to see something not work out.
I was happy it was Jane.
Yeah, you need to test the theory that they actually, if they will send somebody home if they actually are wrong.
I also loved Jane also getting a video message from Dolly Parton when it was revealed. So that means that Carly is still the only one that didn't get a video message.
I'm telling Tom Hanks does not know
picture of her and Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks does not know this woman.
It's Rita's
I'm sorry.
niece anyway, so it's already like a little bit of a stretch. It's not like you're Tom Hanks's brother's kid. It's Rita's brother's kid. So
he does not know her. They've never met. You can't convince me otherwise. They've never met.
I don't think he does know her, because I did Google something, because I was very curious, because Tom Hanks is a very nice man and her behavior was very subpar, and I was like, I wonder what Tom has to say about this. Right? And apparently he only said like 2 words. I don't know what they were. It was like, "That's you," or something like that. Like, it wasn't like,
well, even like I don't remember if like she said it on the show or if it was like a video that Darcy had sent me or something, but she was fully like on whatever she was talking about. She was like, yeah, like he and I like email a bunch. It's like, email? The way I have the phone numbers of every one of my relatives. What do you mean email?
Yeah, email.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
We're pen pals. We're pen pals.
They send something on the beeper.
I'm like going through I have the handy dandy notebook of all the reality guys' notes, and somehow I cannot find my claim to fame notes, but I know they exist because I did an entire episode off of this.
No, you did.
It's like fired.
So I'll find them as I continue to put my head down here.
Well, I remember one of the big themes from this episode, because I did take a few notes, but one big thing was that Monet was going over the clue that she had picked, and she picked Chris's clue. And it just, so her and Shane, I believe, were trying to figure it out. Shane and Monet. And they decided, we're not getting anywhere with this. Let's bring Jane in. Maybe Jane can help us. And it was like the perfect thing, because it's Chris's clue, but like the very first symbols in the clue point to puppy love, which is something so dead on for Jane. But not that anybody would know this. So Jane, now walking around thinking Monet picked my clue, is trying to get me to help her figure out who my person is. And meanwhile, the whole time it's Chris's clue.
I know where the notes are.
What exactly is puppy love in relation to Dolly?
The song.
Oh, it's the song.
I think, Jane mentioned it was her first single, I believe.
Oh, all right.
Couldn't tell you how it goes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got another for you.
Not my type of music right there.
Exactly. It's clearly not mine either.
Yeah. This was the dodgeball episode too, where they were doing the like paint dodgeball. That really looked cool but didn't pan out.
It did not. It didn't pan out at all. Let me ask you this. So there was that. So after Chris heard what this clue was, and he was nervous that maybe that was his. Obviously, he left the room. Not really a good decision, right? When he hears his clue, obviously it sends off alarm bells. But then charging right over to Jane, what is it with people that they want to reveal to others that, oh my gosh, that could have been my clue? Like, because if it is,
I got the notes.
Thank you. Good, thank God. But like, if it is your clue and you're telling people that you're
you're
nervous
tipping people off,
right? You're making people think, oh, why is he nervous? Why is he nervous? Like, this is
right. Like, how would that clue have related to you now? Like, even if it wasn't your clue, now
why are you shook? Why are you shook?
I took puppy love. I think Chris looks like I think it's Donny Osmond.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I've been
Donny
thinking.
Osmond song, and he looks like an Osmond. Like if you look at his face, he looks like Donny Osmond. So that's what I thought. So I just thought she knew that. That's why I was shook when she said Elvis Presley. I was like, wait, what?
As soon as she was looking at the clue, and instead of idol got like Russian doll out of it, I was like, oh, she just screwed herself.
Yeah, you're not going to get one word out of that doll. It's going to be doll. It's not going to be Russian doll.
Yeah,
like that was a big stretch. That's trying to be the smartest person in the room.
Mm-hmm.
I will say it was interesting because part of the clue was, wasn't it just like T, the word? Oh no, it was a T-shirt, right?
It was a T-shirt with the letter
N. The letter N and then an I. So the fact that they put together T, like 10 Tennessee, it made me feel like, wow, okay, I could see that maybe because Elvis from Tennessee or whatever, right? Like I could see that. Like, but
you can always see what you want to see.
Right.
Yeah.
Also true.
Because for me, when I first saw the clue, the first thing I thought was, okay, that says idol. You know, I wouldn't have thought like, oh, Russian doll, nesting doll. Like I was like, oh no, idol. Like it's just so funny.
I have all the notes for the Carsons. So the episode started with Gabriel. Gabriel's trying to get everyone to think that his claim to fame is an athlete, but it's not. And so he keeps telling the stories about like his claim to fame, giving out the same pieces of jewelry to multiple women at the same time. But we know it's not an athlete because he said that in his confessionals. So the popular theory on Twitter, and it's a low-hanging fruit joke, is that he's related to Nick Cannon.
I think that's right.
Because he also said they don't look anything alike.
Right.
So
he's got plenty of choices.
Yeah, Nick Cannon's got
a
stable of women.
Whoa.
Stable.
It's a low-hanging fruit.
I mean, that's
joke,
what he did.
This is good.
I'm watching another show in Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. There's somebody talking about Nick Cannon every episode. She used to be with Nick Cannon. Like, can't escape this guy.
He's literally everywhere.
To be fair, I watch Selling Sunset, and the new agent this year is one of Nick Cannon's baby moms.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
they're everywhere.
Genuinely, there's like 1,000 of them.
Yeah.
You hear that he wanted to have like a family band, and Mariah Carey was like, absolutely not.
You can have a full drum line at this point.
Yeah. Actually, but I've worked with Nick Cannon before. Actually,
is that so?
What?
Yeah, because Kyle and Gina know that part of my job in the past has been doing some mascot work for the New York Mets and the New York Islanders. And when the Super Bowl came to New York, VH1 did a concert series, and they wanted to have as one of their hosts this character called Iggy the Penguin. So they reached out to some teams looking for someone that could play as a mascot, and I was chosen. And the other hosts with me were Nick Cannon and Stacy Keibler.
Nice.
I actually had to do a skit with Nick Cannon where I was supposed to, like, because it's, Super Bowl themed concerts or whatever that we're working at. And one of the skits was that I was supposed to, like, knock a football out of his hands, and then we were supposed to, like, jump to the ground and try to wrestle it away from each other. But I knocked the football out of his hands, and it bounced straight off the floor and hit him directly in the face.
That's awesome.
And that's my moment with Nick Cannon.
That's your claim to fame.
John, it is
wow.
It is so crazy to me that I have known you for like 16 years, and I have learned so many things about you through this podcast. What do you mean?
Yeah,
really never heard
a casual. By the way,
I was Iggy the Penguin. Like
we talked about Chris. The next thing that really happens in the episode of note is the actual slingshot challenge.
Yeah, this one I felt bad. I felt a little bad for Miss Jane here.
This looked like it could have been a fun challenge, though.
Yeah,
I really thought this could. Yeah, the teams were better.
Well, they got to pick the teams, and they did not pick it for athleticism.
Yeah,
really,
he didn't manage the shooters and like protectors at all.
Shane seemed like she knew exactly who she wanted. And then you've got Gabriel over there picking like the injured people. Like,
Gabriel's the best. He is my favorite person on the show by far this season. He's just so funny. He's just going along for the ride. Really, he's trying to play the game. I'm pretty sure he's going to give himself away sooner than later. He's going to give away that his thing's not an athlete. They're going to ask him like specific questions about the team or something like that. He's not going to have a story.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah,
I completely believe that. Yeah.
100%.
I just feel really bad for the people that were chosen after JR. Like, we chose this person who could not make one shot and hurt himself playing basketball alone. Like, I am the least athletic person gathered here tonight, and I have never hurt myself playing sports by myself. Like,
this is the these are the draft picks in the order they were drafted, like the NFL draft ticker. So Shane and Gabriel were captains. Hugo was the first pick, then Monet. Didn't make sense. Then JR, then Chris, then Olivia, then Carson, then Jane.
Poor Jane.
But Jane, they stuck her on the shooting, and I think you need a pretty athletic person for the shooting. Like, and that's not. You don't put like the slow person on the shooting. Like, that's what they were thinking, but they didn't. They couldn't get anything.
Yeah.
It
was a mess.
What did you think of the clues? I actually took a little screenshot. The clues that they received after.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah. So Gabriel with the drumstick, that's Star. How do you look at that, by the way? And anyone goes Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, Hugo. That's a shot for Hugo.
Come on. That means he's not related anything to sports. Even I know that's not Dallas Cowboys.
No, I think we were saying in our episode that it looks like the America's Got Talent Star.
Right. That's what I think too. Show. Which makes sense for Nick Cannon, and he's holding drumsticks like drumline.
Wow.
What is the hat though?
It's a hat. It reminds me of Charlie Brown.
Probably some like show he was on, or like something we don't like recognize.
Yeah, I have no idea what the hat is.
Brett just said underclass, whatever that is.
Underclasses.
Oh, there it is.
Is that a movie that he was in?
No idea what that is.
Probably.
Woof. Sorry. Get up on your Nick Cannon trivia.
Yeah.
That is like a really good deep cut Nick Cannon trivia.
Yeah.
I know some of his rap songs and not his movies.
I think Monet is related to JB Smoove.
Ooh, I like that.
The hat is the one that
I like that.
That'd be pretty sick.
Could be.
Yeah.
Alien with the glasses.
I can't tell you the next two though. Like JR and Olivia, I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't.
Also,
maybe
does anyone the Steve Harvey thing that keeps getting thrown out there? I don't think is right.
Yeah.
I don't think so either.
I want it to be wrong very badly, just because everybody's so dead set on it. Like, so I just want it to be wrong. I want to say, who is Monty? His name is not Monty. That's JR.
Monty.
Like for Big Brother.
Yeah. It's terrible.
See,
I've seen some people saying with the pacifier could be Lil Nas X.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with?
Could be JR.
Okay.
What does the pacifier mean? Like Molly?
I think I've just seen that. I think as like a prop that's been used even.
Yeah, I feel like
he's just a pacifier. Yeah.
But then how would the chef's hat factor into that?
Or is it a baker's hat?
Is that not the same thing?
No, don't bakers have like different hats?
Bakers are like
higher.
Puffy. Like it's
they
like
have more cardboard. Like,
ooh, okay, I'm sorry.
She goes, ooh, okay, I'm sorry.
But either way, I agree with you. I don't know what. I'm lost on him completely.
I
have
don't
no
know.
idea. It means nothing to me. Who is next on there?
It was Olivia.
Yeah.
And I don't.
I've seen because the glasses said Happy New Year on them. Yeah, she's with the alien things on her head and the glasses and the Red Cross.
Yeah, it's maybe like nonprofit medical.
I thought maybe like if it's like an actor, like somebody from like a medical show.
FEMA.
Could be.
Like Grey's Anatomy.
I've seen some people say the glasses say Happy New Year, maybe like Ryan Seacrest or something like that.
Ooh.
That would be a huge get. Like these are huge.
Like an Andy Cohen.
But I feel like all of the celebrities so far is like they've been huge names.
Yeah, they have great.
Yeah.
Is this not what we got in season 1? Were they
lower? From what I've heard,
names,
no.
But like, I don't know, Tom Hanks, Dolly Parton. Those are.
No, these are definitely way
they
more.
Think Hugo could be related to a president. I mean, those are pretty. That's pretty.
Yeah,
good.
I think the Jimmy Carter one's a pretty good one too. Like that.
I think that's dead on.
It's crazy because Jane took some of these. She was right about a few people. I mean, the problem was that Shane got immunity. Everyone knows who Shane is, and it's just this happened last season though. There was somebody who they knew who the identity was from literally week 1, and she made it like the final 4 or 5 because everyone just kind of took it for granted, and then she started winning immunities and literally almost made it to the finale.
The twin gymnast, whoever, what was her name?
That was the Simone Biles.
Simone Biles, yep.
Yeah, and it literally is her twin sister. So it's like Simone Biles, and everyone was like laughed about it from the beginning, and it just never happened. So that you do have to be careful, even if you know this person from the beginning. If you play around too long, they're going to end up making it way further than
they're eventually going to win something at a bad time for you.
For you, exactly. So very interesting. Like this is not just like a guess who, right? Like there's strategy involved here. There's like there are so many layers to this, and I'm really getting into it. At first, I thought it was like a throwaway show just to have an excuse to talk to you guys.
It's a lot of fun.
It's not. Yeah, it's very, very fun,
and it has the ability to go for like seasons and seasons and seasons.
Yeah,
so many celebrities.
Right, you're never gonna run out of.
Yeah, we're never gonna run out. It could be here till we're dead.
Yes, because the more obscure, the better. Like,
yeah,
that only makes it more fun, right?
Yeah. The only other thing I had notes here that we didn't talk about is they do take Carson's clue, like for winning the challenge.
Right.
So it's a trophy, an eraser, the minus sign, the letter E, and then a question mark on a face. Then there's like 2 record players, and then the number 4 and a beer mug. So I don't really know what it actually is, but Carson we had no clue on, but now at least we have a clue floating around on Carson. Sure, the internet.
I wonder. I think it's like a NASCAR driver or something, race car driver. I wonder because what I was thinking with that too, like the beginning of it, the clues kind of points like a race car driver potentially, and then the 4 beer thing. I was almost wondering, like, I wonder if whoever this race car driver is drives, and the sponsor is like Bud Light or something, or
Budweiser, I think is a sponsor.
Yeah,
like 4 could be a race car number.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Cool.
Number 4.
I like that. I don't know anything about NASCAR, but
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Was he 4?
I don't know.
No, I think he had like double digit. He was like it was double digit. It's gonna be like not a Jimmy Johnson, but like a Kevin Harvick type, or like a Tony Stewart or something like that. Like it's definitely got to be somebody who you'll recognize the name, like when people hear it. Now, none of them people may know anything about NASCAR, but you just Google that. Number 4 NASCAR. Number 4 NASCAR. Kevin Harvick. Yeah. I mean, he's a big time racer, like pretty famous, like a Hall of Fame racer. But he's a Busch Light car. He drives like a Busch Light car, famously.
Okay.
The big mountains on the front.
All right. Oh shoot, my thought's gone. Oh damn, it's so annoying. Oh no. So can we go? Let's circle back to Carson, because we did skip over the fact that Carson clocked who Jane was before anyone else said anything. I think that's certainly worth noting. Yeah, because she knew about this Tootsie's place.
I've been there.
Have you? Wow, Tootsie's.
Yeah, it's like one of the tourist spots on Broadway, like the main street in Nashville. It's just all the decor is all purple, so the orchid does give that away, and like the choker. But it's a good bar. Like I said,
did you know that when you saw it? Like, did you think? Like,
no, I didn't think it instantly, but when they said it, I was like, I know I've been there. That makes sense completely. I don't think that's much. I literally said to my wife because she was watching it with me, I'm like, that's just aloof enough of a clue for me to think it's legit. Like it's not on the nose, but when you know it makes
yeah.
So I was like, I was sold on that, but then I wait to see what was going to happen. But yeah, so it's definitely a popular place in Nashville.
I mean, that's awesome. I definitely had no idea. I was really low on Carson, and then like, I don't know, because she couldn't sing, so I thought she sucked. But like, not bad. Like, put some respect on Carson's name. Like, what's up? Like, she's playing the game. Nice.
Yeah.
Wow,
that was good.
That's all. I just want to give her a couple of flowers. An orchid, if you will.
Give her an orchid.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yikes.
Hugo's face, though, at the elimination, I noted as a classic.
He makes great faces.
Hugo's the best.
He's so funny.
God.
The end of the notes.
Hugo.
Yeah.
All right.
So
well,
that's that. That's
yeah,
that.
that's claim.
So Jane's out of here. Jane guessed Chris
Jane.
as Elvis Presley. Falsas. We saw a burning screen. I was like, what does this mean? What does this mean? Is there a glitch?
She should have gone with Hugo.
No, but like that's what I laughed so hard because she was like, "What does that mean?" Like, Queen, what do you think it means? It's
right.
It went
it's not
differently
going
than
the way it
everybody
went
else.
last time, which means it's probably not
right,
good.
which means you're wrong.
Right. I don't want her to pick Hugo. I don't want Hugo to go yet.
She was expecting them to be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, technical difficulties." You're actually right, Jane. Sorry.
Actually, Jane is going to twist. You have secret immunity. It's not you tonight. Get out of here, Jane. Thanks for coming down, babe. What did you think of her throwing Monet under the bus? I didn't think that was necessary. Like, granted, I don't know. The Jonases, I don't know which one said it. One of the Jonases had asked her, why did you say Elvis Presley? Why did you guess that? She said, oh, well, Monet showed me her clue. That's not necessary. You could have just said, I heard some things. I feel like that unnecessarily puts a little target on Monet. No?
She's salty.
I don't really think that
salty.
Monet did anything.
To Monet?
I don't think that. Well, I think that Jane was under the impression that Monet and Shane were trying to be tricky and throw her off. But we saw that, like, Monet and Shane had no idea what was going on. They kept going, puppy love shirt. Puppy love shirt.
I agree with
you. Well, I mean, we even see on like we even see on the next on that people are like, oh my god, they're being so shady. They gave her the wrong clue on purpose, and it's like, no, she just was so confidently wrong that everyone was like, oh, all right.
Right, and that's what Carson said that at the end of this episode too, because she said like, oh, I can't believe they actually did that to intentionally send her home, like let her down the wrong path. Now, I mean, is it possible that that's actually so? Like, this is so heavily edited, like, is it possible that the conversation that we saw was actually them, like putting on airs to throw Jane off?
Because you even saw, like, in Jane's confessional, she had the aha moment while she was in the confessional and was like, oh my god, wait, I know exactly what that means.
Did you think that aha moment was actually? I didn't like that aha moment.
Oh, you didn't? Like,
no, that aha felt very like contrived to me.
Wow.
It didn't feel real.
Ooh, I like that.
It looked like
dramatics.
It just looked. I don't know. It just looked like they said, "Honey, you didn't do it well. Just try it again." Moving on. Like, it didn't look good. Go back and look at Jane's shock. I think you might be surprised. Yeah. It was pretty false. There's like a little twinge of her in her right eye, almost like she's looking to see if it was okay. Was that one good? Watch. Jane's a fraud.